Take note. Enemies ahead. Dark time creations. Grant them the oblivion they deserve.
The wicked will face judgment.
What a hollow existence. Who scripted your delusions?
You mentioned you left Tetragon Temple to search for the Quillbearer here in Raguna, right?
I grew weary of waiting. When I heard rumors of his presence in Raguna, I came to find him myself. No trace of him yet, but I've learned this much. Here, no verses were ever penned about me. The Ragunesi know not my name, past, nor the prophecy I once carried. Here, I am a completely blank page. If my former existence was just a fabrication, an idea of some hero of heroes crafted to Septimon's expectations, then perhaps here in Raguna I am free to write my own story. Free to define my own existence. Free to create a reality of my own. This matters more than finding him. I will break free from his narrative and become the
Your fate is what you want it to be. No one else gets to decide who you are. No one has the right to dismiss your efforts and dreams with some absurd idea of destiny. You'll find—
You honor me. I hope to prove worthy of that belief.
Wind guide me.
The anchor stone is holding strong. Let's push forward. Our destination is up ahead. Is that an entrance to a paradimensional tacit field? Raguna's geographical records haven't documented this. Do you feel that? That ominous energy? Huh. The anchor stone confirms that. Very well. I stand with you. Whatever comes, you have my support.
What happened? Where's Avidius? We crossed inside at the same time. It's the Thundering Mathis.
Open the gates.
So you just rattle in without thinking.
That voice. The Discord Slayer. Is this her trap? Another illusion.
Focus. You are an illusion. It's weaponizing your combat instincts. Steady your resolve. Do not let its whispers sway you.
The pain and hallucinations are fading. Is she helping me?
Good. See that cocoon in the center? The Thundering Mephis is just there. That right there is the core of this domain. Destroy it. Then the monster and this illusion will unravel together.
Wind rises. The wicked waves rise. Judgment strikes. The wicked will face judgment.
Hopefully this helps.
Annihilation! The wicked will face judgment. I am the Tempest! Whirl and Wuthering. Wind rises.
Hopefully this helps. It worked. But...
Who are you? And what did you do to Cardathia?
Now is not the time for stories. But I'll tell you this. I'm here to kill the Harbinger of the Dark Tide. To stop a greater calamity.
I can't hear her voice anymore. Time to leave this place.
Rover! Are you unharmed? You vanished the moment we entered the Tacit Field.
I'm fine. So it's gone? Ovidius, did you see anything after we got separated?
The thundering Mephis was nowhere in sight. But I did observe a peculiar figure. I couldn't see his face clearly, but I heard him call himself Caligula. Caligula was a tyrant feared throughout Septimon's history. Notorious for his cruelty that defied reason, the world remembers him as the Mad King. Legends say he wielded a vile black resonance energy, and the worst calamities ever stirred by the Dark Tide all began with him. He didn't fight it. He embraced it, commanded its abominations, bent them to his will. In the end, the people rose against him and struck him down. But not before he left a curse. I shall become the very history and memory of Septimon, so long as fear lingers in your hearts. I shall return.
The power to command the Dark Tide's creations. Only a Harbinger could do that. That Discord Slayer says she's hunting the Harbinger to stop a greater calamity. If that's true, then everything happening across Raguna might be tied to the Harbinger. She pulled me from the illusion. If she's the cause of this chaos, why help me? This isn't making sense. Harbinger, who are you?
Rover, traces of the Dark Tide's frequency still linger where the paradimensional Tacit Field collapsed. The Anchor Stone is useless now. The signal is blocked by some sort of spatial layer.
Augusta said the Dark Tide spoke to her when it swallowed her whole. Maybe I can learn something that way. My telepathic ability should give me a way in.
Telepathy? Your Grace is versed in many arts. I don't doubt your abilities, but this is the Dark Tide. Reckless contact could... I don't want to see another tragedy like what befell.
We're falling behind. The Discord Slayer knows far more than we do. We need to find her. And fast. I'm not letting any lead slip past us. I can't see anything. I'm only getting jumbled voices. Focus. I should be able to hear something.
Okay, everybody listen. Don't panic. Take the lift. It will bring you to safety.
The prototype echoes in the depositories. Activate them all.
Those voices. Zani and Carlotta. They're in Everardo Vault. The Darktide creations could be appearing there.
It's currently sheltering a large number of civilians.
Let's not waste time. We leave now.
Zani, status of the evacuation.
80% of Raguna's residents have been relocated. But the troop of fools hit a storm while ferrying people from the Riccioli Islands. Rough seas out there.
Trust them to see it through.
Miss Carlotta, we've cleared the depositories as ordered, ready to receive incoming supplies.
Good. Renacita's greatest treasure has always been the people who built it. The next Cloudpather Express is due at any moment. Be ready to offload.
Understood, ma'am.
Rover! If you mean the incident in Raguna, you've likely already heard. A horde of tacit discords has overrun the city, and common echoes are out of control.
Evacuation here is still on track. No anomalies detected in Everardo Vault. Yet. Your assistance is appreciated, Seravidius. The residents from Eglatown have all been accounted for.
I am simply fulfilling my duty.
Strange. I clearly sense the Darktide's presence around here. So why does everything seem normal?
Gunfire! We've got intruders.
These Tidespawn, they've evolved fast. Mutation? Or... And sure enough.
Entering a restricted zone armed without triggering a single alarm.
Be careful. Her abilities are not normal.
All this by her hand.
Fiction and reality are starting to blur. Don't put your fate in appearances. That is what they really are.
The Dark Tide can corrupt, and you carry its power. What proof do we have this isn't your doing?
You don't. Believe whatever you want.
By the sacred statues of the divinity, evil shall know no peace. Only the righteous may taste eternity. Wickedness shall be purged by the blade, and those who consort with calamity shall fall. Galbrenna, demon wrought from ruin, you are not welcome here.
Fenrico? Why would he be here?
You have slaughtered my flock and ushered in ruin. The Sentinel's wrath is already upon you. I will cast you back into damnation myself before your carnage spreads any further. You should be howling in the Styx's depths, your soul aflame in the pit's cruelest fire, forever.
If you're offering me a shortcut back to hell, I'd honestly appreciate the favor.
Your heart holds no reverence for the divine. Only desecration and scorn. Demon, your sins are ripe for judgment. By the highest will's command, I shall strike down all that you have wrought. Justice shall be done.
She could have dodged that, but she took the hit to shield a civilian? And Fenrico, he knew innocents were here, but didn't hold back at all.
Righteous one, I come to cleanse Rinascita of a traitorous demon and avenge the blood debts of my people. Why raise your blade against me? Rinascita teeters on the edge of collapse. Now, more than ever, we must uphold the tenets of unity and salvation. The path to deliverance lies within the civilization capsule. Entrust it to me. By the authority bestowed upon me, I will open the gates to the divine paradise.
Unless you're not Fenrico at all. You. Who are you? What do you want?
Bloodshed cannot be avoided. Blood must pay for blood. The path born of injustice must be fortified with further transgressions. My goal is pure, singular. All I've done so Rinascita survives the divine reckoning and rises as a land free from sorrow. No understanding is needed, only faith. When all hope seems lost, we are the beginning and the end. The absolution and the grace. Hand over the civilization capsule.
So, the civilization capsule is your goal after all. Lost your patience, have you?
Death is the fruit of transgression. To resist it is to defy the will of the divinity.
You and your divinity cannot end me! And these dark tide shams. Today, you face your reckoning.
I am the Enlightened One, anointed by the divinity and crowned by fate itself.
Ah, so you're the core of these abominations. Took long enough to hunt you down. Still pretending that mask isn't cracked.
Mocked by fate, whispering poison, a demon reviled by all. You wield the Dark Tide's power, yet you dare judge me?
It's too bad I'm not the one judging. If the Dark Tide's power isn't enough to convince, how about we try this? The envoys declare the guilt, but Imperator is the only true judge. By the light of Imperator, repent!
It's the light of Genesis.
Looks like the judgment is clear. These hollow existences don't need your mercy. Protect the civilization capsule. That's what they're really after.
How were they able to disguise themselves as humans?
I've never heard of any possessing such ability.
Fangs are burning. Don't hesitate. Let's end them all.
The one mimicking the Primus is the heart. Take it down, and the rest will collapse with it.
It's calling in more of them. We'll need to clear the rubble while waiting for our shot.
That which cometh from the sea shall walk upon the land. It shall work great wonders and mark the flesh of its faithful. All who have ears to hear, let them hear.
Moment of resonance.
Victory favors me. In the name of the Montellis. Still recognize me?
No contest. That's just a scratch. I don't have all day. Come at me. Don't stand in my way! Give me your worst.
Ovidius, you have received the blessing of my master. Serve your true divinity.
I shall never back down! Rover, now!
Another dimension within the civilization capsule. But why does it open up now? Was it when Ovidius and I made contact?
Permissions detected, Arbiter. Lifting imposed. First instance initiated. All probabilistic futures now revealed. Outcome verified. Blueprint compiled. Advancing to Phase 2. Commencing simulation. Attempting civilization. Arbiter, this moment was always foreseen. Now, it comes to pass. Arbiter, I grieve to say, I am but a message, set to activate in response to the presence of an initiator. Time, in this place, flows near still. A moment remains for us to speak. When I merged with Leviathan, it seized a fragment of my mind, and with it, a trace of my power to separate. I knew not the fullness of its design. As a safeguard, I split elements of my core data into this space. The civilization capsule. It records the origin and birth of the Rinascitan civilization, preserving their most ancient memories. Once, we drafted the first blueprint for these seaborn kin. Now, I have entombed it here. Arbiter, heed me now. Let me unveil Rinascita's beginnings. In the beginning, life rose and fell with the tide. The displaced and wandering did follow my guidance. They journeyed unto the archipelago. There, I did leave knowledge and technology, that they might walk the path to freedom.
Your light blesses us.
We follow your will.
To build our republic. Unity became the bedrock of civilization. But Leviathan seized upon mankind's longing for unity to manifest civilization's shadow. It spoke in my name, wrought false miracles, forged hollow grace, feeding on stagnant, obedient minds.
We are blessed by the sea. By you, we are unified. By you, we are born. From the sea we came, and to the sea we shall return.
From the founding of civilization, it had invaded their spirit and beliefs. I rose against it, only to unleash the dark tide. It scarred Rinascita beyond measure. I began to question all I had done. The Threnodian did steer Rinascita's fate. And I too once guided Rinascita's course. In truth, we were no different. We both sought to mold civilization after our own will. Those who truly walked the land were never granted the right to choose. Civilizations abound with Threnodians. No eternal solution doth exist. Have I the right to choose their fate? The shaping of a civilization must belong to its people. Only the people can decide where their future must lead. What followed, thou already knowest. I allowed the Threnodian to exist. I chose coexistence, using myself to shackle it. I partook of its blight, that I might comprehend it. Once, I did seek thy counsel. Thou granted me the freedom to choose.
I just have one question. Why did the civilization capsule need the Threnodian's power to open?
When Leviathan and I were one, I split a sliver of its frequency. A memory. That memory I sealed here. The capsule was ever meant for thy hands. My design was that it should open only in the presence of thou and the Resonator, bearing both my power and that of Leviathan.
What if that Resonator became the Threnodian's puppet?
If that came to pass, then Rinasita hath already fallen. But if she standeth with humanity, then this truth is hers to know, and thine. Leviathan was born from the dark side of mankind's longing for unity. Their fear of the sea shaped its likeness as a great sea creature. Even at civilization's dawn, it had already tainted mankind's hearts. The opening of the capsule shall stir the Rinascitan's oldest memories. Leviathan shall seek, through the blueprint we created, to lay claim to Rinascita's fate. If the Rinascitans wouldst walk a path free of divinity, they must face their past and the Arbiter. The hour of farewell hath come. Go now. Gather every last hope. If all unfoldeth as it should, Rinascita shall be free of divinity henceforth. When the shadows of the soul are at last dispelled, Rinascita shall welcome a true dawn, and humanity shall have a future beyond any I could foresee.
The true faithful believed in Imperator. So too did Imperator believe in humanity.
You killed the Blessed Maiden before my eyes. Raguna's disasters are tied to your actions. Now tell me what I need to know.
If I told you I acted to save Cartethia, would you believe me? This place is protected by Imperator. For now, Leviathan can't hear us. This is for you.
Righteous One, trust her, and trust me. Everything we've done is to defeat Leviathan.
That is her frequency.
I need you to accept this. Cartethia is dead, but she may still return. For that to happen, we need to kill Leviathan.
Kill Leviathan? Didn't she absorb it when they merged?
Now, Leviathan is on the verge of rebirth. It stole some of the Sentinel's power. During your battle with the Blessed Maiden, it split off a trace of its frequency and hid it in a gem. I'm sure you've seen it. That gem ended up in the Fraxidus' hands. Their whole play in Rinascita. Use it to bring back Leviathan.
So the Fraxidus has been incubating the Threnodian. How long has this been going on?
Perhaps longer than we can imagine. Even your clash with Cartethia may have been scripted. A setup to give Leviathan a shot at slipping the Sentinel.
You know about that? Just who are you, Discord Slayer? I can't imagine Cardathia keeping something that important from me.
Think of me as what I am. An Avenger hunting Leviathan. As for the rest... The next Harbinger of the Dark Tide has surfaced. Until we can find him or her, we keep this quiet to avoid the worst-case scenario. Our first priority is to find them. If we don't, the Dark Tide can overwhelm Raguna again at any moment.
You're saying this Harbinger is behind all the Dark Tide creations we're seeing?
Not all. The Harbinger resonates with Rinasita's darkest emotions. Those emotions act as anchors, pulling horror into form and speeding the Tidespawn. If the emotion is strong enough and the Harbinger is near, those things evolve. They feed off the Harbinger's thoughts and memories to become more real. Some even start to look human. You've noticed it. The Tidespawn in Raguna are starting to mimic us. Which means... Exactly. I've always hunted the Dark Tide's creations. Each one shares slivers of thought and memory. I kill them, and I take what they know. They've been watching you. They want the civilization capsule. So, I followed you. Tracked your movements. Figured if I stayed close, sooner or later I'd find the Tidespawn's core. Maybe even the Harbinger. The capsule only unlocks with both the Sentinel and Trinodian's power. And it opened the moment you and that gladiator touched it. So...
You think it's Avidius. But you carry the Dark Tide's power too.
Caution is a virtue in a hunter. You're right. The Dark Tide is in me. But Leviathan stopped counting me among the living a long time ago. And this power, it's mine. Who I turn it against is my choice. You're welcome to try and stop me. But me? I'm not stopping this hunt anytime soon. When calamity strikes, I trust you'll know exactly where to point your blade. Huh. Good. Then hunt with me. Until we give Leviathan a death worth talking about. Loud, messy, unforgettable. The Sentinel's frequency is gone. I guess the time for talking is over. Leviathan's power is spreading, and this space is about to collapse. We need to...
These things. They're all Tidespawn.